Good morning, everybody. My name's Miriam Divine. Welcome to my channel. I'm a tarot reader, and today we got Aphrodite. Oh boy, I bumped the table. We got Aphrodite coming up in this. We're going to ride in on the full moon energy, so yeah, let's see what we got here. One more. I thought I heard a yes, but then I shuffled them in there. This one. Okay. So, and I'm not surprised. I guess we're coming up. We got one reversal here and one straight up. I wonder which way is which. Okay. So we have the Lovers. You know, I kind of felt that Aphrodite was going to give us some type of relationship reading. So this has something to do with either someone in your life right now or somebody coming into your life. Let's get a little bit more data. And the Seven of Pentacles coming out in reverse. This is like you're kind of trying to balance everything. But coming upside down, things are coming unbalanced, which we all know a lot of times happens in love. So let's get just a little bit more information on this. Is this somebody coming into our field, or is this somebody we already know? So is this somebody coming or somebody we already know? She really wanted to make me sort through the stack to get to that one. Okay. We have the Queen of Wands, which came out in the upright position. I'm going to take this as a positive card. Like somebody, see how she's writing something? Somebody who either writes a lot. So this is probably somebody who you're meeting, who you type back and forth to online, or you write pen pal. I don't think anybody does pen pals anymore, but you write letters and stuff and things like that. That's what I'm getting. So this is probably somebody you know, but maybe not have met yet, or only met once or twice, but you do a lot of writing, or maybe even just a lot of thinking about that person back and forth. So let's get a little bit more, but it's coming, there's a little bit of unhinged here with the Seven of Pentacles, like the balance is falling apart. Let's get just a little bit more information. I wonder if we're going to go over 3 minutes for this one. Okay. Libra. So, once again, I unite. So, this is somebody that you're going to meet and get with. Okay, but they also say, don't be the people pleaser. Don't be the person who just goes, oh, I gotta blah, 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 and call you like every 10 seconds. You gotta take it for yourself as well, not just them. So I hope your situation works out wonderful. And even if it is a little bit unbalanced, maybe it's because of your people-pleasing skills. I do not know, but I love you very much. Bye. Well, it looks like we went over our 3 minutes, and for me not just to crush the sound, we're going to go ahead and get a little bit deeper into this. So, somebody you like to write, but don't people please. So let's try to get a little bit more timing on this, on when this is coming faster or more into your field. Ooh, I'm seeing maybe around, because this says 3 for the 3rd month or 3 months, but I feel like it's more like the 3rd month and the 12th day. So somewhere in the middle of the month, there's going to be an increase, I think. But let's get a little bit more an increase. What's happening around that halfway point? Let's try to get still a little bit of information. Aphrodite says use mine instead. Okay, so let's get a little bit more information on this. Right and around the center of the month. Is this it? That's it. So what is coming in right and around the center of the month? The Six of Cups, right? This is going to be at a very emotional time. By the way, I clifforded it up because she was hanging out. It's a very emotional time here where you're going to be doing a lot of just kind of, it says she's kind of laying her hands like she's thinking She's kind of like stuck in this emotional dream bubble. That's kind of where you're going to be at, this emotional dream bubble. And I think you're going to be really, like, really thinking about this person. You know how relationships and how if you really think about somebody a lot, that person will start seeing you in their dreams, or vice versa. If they're thinking about you a lot, you'll start seeing them in their dreams. This is you, like, daydreaming a lot about whoever this person is. Do we need some more information? Yes. Where am I seeing this from? Okay. Let's see, what is she saying here? So, I know you do a lot of writing with this person, a lot of thinking about this person apparently, but are you going to go beyond this phase, right? It's being a little bit more difficult. Just flip it over for some reason. Okay. She's saying it's going to be a little bit tricky. It's not going to be something simple. If that makes sense. That's why the information's not coming out. Is that one? No. Is it this one? Okay. The void. Right. Definitely. It is something a little bit more tricky. Right? Something that's kind of... It's not coming out as easy. Even though the void, I believe, is the Fool card. But this might be a card that's outside of the deck. I don't know what the Fool card looks like, but I think this might be it. It's definitely talking about in this, like, kind of like you don't know. That's probably why you're daydreaming. They're probably doing the same thing. What are they thinking about? Because this is all you. What about them? You're in this weird space, but what about them? What are they doing? The Nine of Cups coming out in reverse. They're kind of distant, right? They're kind of like trying to stay back a little bit. In fact, we can actually spread out now because I went longer. But they're trying to stay back a little bit from... Boy, everything kind of flopping around. So, but why? Why are they trying to keep their distance? This person. Okay. So, they've been hurt in the past, and they felt very blinded, like they were like emotionally hurt. And here is the, I believe this is the Moon card. They're a little bit unsure. They kind of feel like you're a little bit of a mystery, kind of a strange thing, and they felt kind of like they were always giving in the past. Like they weren't getting enough, they were the ones giving, if that makes sense. This is why they're a little bit hesitant. So you don't need to be an open book with this person, but tell them a little bit more about yourself. Give them a little bit more information. Don't hurt them. If that's your intention, by the way, if your intention's to show up and hurt this person by being whatever, please stay out of their life. I know you like them, I know whatever, but please don't be that person. You know, be the good person here. And last time they were the one giving all the money or giving all the handouts, doing all the effort. And that's kind of why they're a little distant, is you can be that person. You can give them a little bit. It doesn't have to be a total you be that, you know, just give everything. But does that make sense? I guess it makes sense to me. You know, you give a little bit, they give a little bit. But take care of them a little bit, right? They want to be pampered too. I know you probably want to be pampered too, but let's see. Do we need any more information? This is why they're a little hesitant. And that's kind of how you want to get past some of their hesitations, because you see what their motivations are. So you got to get through these different motivations of what it is. And please, you know, that 8 of Swords, I'm going to keep that one hidden because you're not going to do that. Do we need any more information on this? If we do all these things, what is going to eventually... Let's get a little bit more information. This one for sure. Do we need another one? She says no. Okay. She says, see how the moon came out in reverse? This is an interesting moon card. I like it. But it means that definitely things are going to progress into less of this writing phase, less of them being, you know, kind of distant a little bit. Maybe even less of this daydreaming phase in this kind of weird, awkward state that you're kind of feeling. It will blossom some. Now, what it's going to eventually come out to be, that's probably for a future reading, because this one's going a little bit long. But it's very, very promising that, yes, you're going to have to do a few things. Yes, it's okay. It's okay to daydream, by the way. There's no problem with that. It keeps them thinking about you and you thinking about them. And they probably daydream about you too sometimes. A little bit. So, much love to you all again. Bye.